Hey guys, Ira Crypto Mining here, and so today we're going to talk about kind of an expansion, kind of building off of what we talked about last time, which was trying to get a higher yield of more of the, I would quote unquote, altcoins, the Ironfish, Radiant, and Kaspa, and how to look at the hash rate to know when you should be mining one of them and not the other, and to kind of keep that in mind so you get more yield. And so I've expanded on that, and so what you're looking at here is my farm. And you can see a lot of new coins on there. And that is because I want to get hash rate on these other coins too. I want to get a little bag of them too. Now, I'm not saying that Nova or Lithium or Nexa or Optical BTC are going to be big deal. But I just want to have a bag of it to kind of see what happens. And so if I can do that efficiently, that's what I'm going to try to do. So again, we're expanding on what I made last time. So if we look at the sheet here, I have added these other coins. So I added Ergo, I added Nexa, Lithium, Nova, and then Optical BTC. And so I have it all set up. I have the daily hash rates for all of them going down as far as I can go. The auto generate doesn't work for Optical BTC because it's actually not on hashrate.no. So that is, so I have to kind of enter that in manually, which is not the end of the world. But it's on the main sheet, and I keep that updated as well. So you can see the percentages. You can see that, right, Ergo's below average, Nexus below its average, Lithium's below, but then Nova and Optical BTC are above. So, that's just, it's kind of to keep that in line. And so what I was doing for the past week or so is I would be following the hash rate. Okay, I'd be putting a bunch on Nova and mining a bunch of that, and then the hash rate went up. So then I switched over to Optical BTC, and then the hash rate went up. I did the same for Lithium. I did the same for Nexa for a day. And what I found was it made stuff not very stable. And I'd have rigs going down. I had to go restart them. It wasn't very good because to mine these other coins in a triple mining fashion, you have to use SRB miner. And I hate SRB miner. I can't get it figured out to where it's clean, easy, does what it's supposed to. The dual intensity has like an auto config, and there's like 2 different or 3 different settings. It just sucks. It's all over the place. I had some cards that were great, that had great hash rates, but then on the same rig, like a 36 DTI or a 3070 on the same rig as the other cards wouldn't be sucky. And so you weren't getting 100% out of it. You weren't getting it to do exactly what it's supposed to do for everything. And so I just find it very crappy. I got to work in general, but what it did is it made these other coins. So if you look here at these bottom rigs, 4, 5, and 6, so these are on SRB miner. They're doing a Lithium, Nova, and Optical BTC. What happens is it actually makes the Ergo hash rate very low, and it mines them, but it makes it very low, and it makes these secondary coins, the hash rate actually be pretty good, close to 100% if you're just doing just that coin. And so you're getting more out of it, but it's not working as good. You want more of like a 70-50 split instead of a 25-100 split. You kind of see what I mean there. You're still getting the same percentage boost, 25 to 40% boost, but you want more. Both of them are getting a little bit better than just one coin being 100%, another coin just being a little bit. You want it kind of more in the middle. And the reason we know that is when we look at Gminer, we look down here at these dual intensities, you can see that it's actually better for it to the intensity kind of be in the middle. So like if we look at Radiant here, where if you do strong conflux, it's kind of in the middle. And Radiant's down right now, so it's not as big of a difference, but it's universal here when we look at all these coins that when you're at the lower intensity, you're not gaining as much, and somewhere in the middle is where you want to be. And so, we've seen that on Ergo, on conflux, actually this one, Ergo Radiant, that's pretty self-explanatory. There's a big difference there between, top of the line and kind of where you start at. So that's why we know we want more of a 70-50 split instead of a 125 split. And so SRB, the only way I could get it to work is it has to make that secondary coin close to 100 and Ergo be very low. And so I'm not too upset about losing Ergo, but I want it to be a little bit more of a split. And the problem is when it does it this way, if you're going for profit, it's not the way to go, because that Ergo and conflux is actually where you get most of your profit from, and you can get a little bit of a boost by adding in the second coin. So it's not the best overall for profitability. But it does my goal of getting more yield. I want to get those other coins up, and so that it does make happen. So if we look again at at the sheet, we have the percentage breakdown, that kind of stuff, and I actually went and wrote down my farm, wrote down the coins that I want to mine, and what I have to use to break it down. So if I was going to do iron, kaspa, or radiant as my secondary coin, I could use Gminer and get both ergo or conflux, because Gminer works great for them. So that's the way to go. But when I want to get the lithium, nova, or optical BTC, I have to use SRB miner. And so I'll keep playing with it, see if I can get it a little bit better. So that's why I'm not making a guide on how to do it. But we'll see if it gets better just by playing with it, see if I get more of a 70-50 split. So what I did here is I wrote down kind of like a breakdown of my hash rate. So 100% would be like one of these 3060 Ti rigs. And so I have, this is a 12 card 3070 rig. So it's actually, double the hash rate. This is a 3080 rig. And this is a, 4 3070 Ti's. Actually, no, 3 3070 Ti's and 1 3080. So what I did is I just broke down the percentage here. And so when I'm figuring out which coin to mine on which rig, kind of what the breakdown will be of what I'm going to get in the end. It's not scientific, it's not perfect, but it kind of gives me a better understanding of, okay, I want to put this coin over here on this rig, put this on that rig, and so forth. And so that's what these are. It's more just kind of me keep myself in line. But I am going to have this breakdown here for the next week or so, see how it goes, and see, can I get a little bag of each, see what works great, see what doesn't, and then kind of reevaluate my situation here in a week and see what I like and what I need to change. I might change up these depth 1 and depth 3, because I can do that on Gminer and it actually works pretty well. I could switch that to Radiant if the hash rate comes down in Radiant, but as you can see right now, Radiant is still very high. It's still up, well over its 30-day average. So I don't want to switch there, but Ironfish is catching back up. So it's it might be time to change. But yeah, that's kind of what I'm working on. Now, to know which coins you can triple mine, Gminer, it's pretty straightforward. They added Ironfish in a couple updates ago, but it's just conflux or ergo, and then Ironfish, kaspa, or radiant. So that's all you can really do. And Gminer is great, but it only works on NVIDIA cards. So some of you guys out there with AMDs, you can't do it. But if you can, use Gminer. SRB, it's a little more open. So they actually can do quite a bit more triple mining, and so here's like their ergo breakdown. But like I said, it's a little touchy, and so when you go to do it, plan on having some time to actually tinker it in and kind of mess with it. I went through. They have a sheet that has all their commands, and so I was messing with that, and it's not as straightforward. And I think that's partially because this miner can do a lot of stuff. A lot of different coins, AMD, CPU, NVIDIA, Intel. They got a lot going for them. So why I might not like it for what I do, in general, SRB miner is doing a lot. So, props to them for that. But it's something to kind of keep in mind, that you don't want, if you have a rig that has little trouble, that you have to reset it every now and then, just normal mining something, you might have to really keep an eye on it if you use SRB miner to triple mine with one of these. So that's just kind of an update. We'll kind of go into that a little bit more. If you got questions, reach out in the comments. Reach out to me on Discord in Misfit Mining's Discord channel, and I'll help you as much as I can. Kind of show you my commands and get it set up. But yeah, that's where I'm at. That's what I'm thinking. Just trying to build my bags now, since the shed is full. I don't care as much about profitability anymore. I just want to get big bags of all these different coins that I think have the best bet to go off next bull run. But yeah, also want to add one little thing here. I've been mining as much as I can to K1 pool. So if you can see, they have Zill, and actually, to be honest, I get more on Zill with this than I've done with on any other pool, and I've actually tested it quite a bit. So I get more Zill here. They also have like Octospace, which I've kind of kept an eye on. I'm not mining it, but they have kaspa, they have Raven, Nyaxa, ETC. They got these weird equihashes. They got Bitcoin Gold, Bitcoin Z, and then they have Flux. but they have quite a bit here. So I kind of keep an eye on stuff. They have Radiant and they have Nexa. So they have most of the coins I use. Nexa, Radiant, and then they have Zill. And so and Ergo. So I've been mining to here nonstop, and you can see I've been all over the place. There's my Nexa day. There's a Radiant day, and so I've been having my best luck mining to K1 pool because the Zill payouts are really good. And so you can actually go into their Telegram channel and have them remove from 15% down to 1% fee for Zill. Even at the 15%, I was getting more than any other pool I used. So it's something you should look at and do. I will share my referral link in the description below. So if you do that, if you do want to switch over, I'd appreciate you using my referral link. It helps both of us out, I think. But yeah, I'd appreciate that. But like I said, if you can, switch all your Zill stuff over here, even if you don't want to mine these other coins to this pool. So again, thank you guys for watching my video today. I'll have some exciting stuff coming up. I'm getting my Asics tomorrow, so my next video should be pretty fun. Me actually opening up some Asics and getting them running and kind of going through there. But yeah, again, appreciate you checking out my video. Have a good day.